do I actually suck that bad? It's kind of a weird, kind of self-deprecating topic, but I think that we all spend way too much time having negative thoughts that are just not necessary floating around in our heads, and they make us feel like we are much worse people than we actually are. So my answer to that question, do I actually suck that bad? Do you actually suck that bad? Is almost definitely not. Maybe there are some people out there that they feel negative, and it's deservedly so, but for the vast majority of situations, your mind is putting a negative filter on its reality. This is an interesting concept that comes from cognitive therapy and has profound philosophical and psychological implications. That the things that you feel, the emotions in your body, are always coming from your thoughts and perceptions and perspectives. The way you interpret reality is going to have a direct impact on how you feel in a given moment. So when you are going about your day and being much too critical on yourself, putting way too much emphasis on the mistakes that you make versus the successes and the good things that you do, you're going to end up feeling bad. So to give some examples, you might be a student who is taking pretty hard classes, and at the end of the semester you get a C. Now, maybe you got A's that you just didn't pay attention to at all. You didn't think, oh man, I'm in college, there's not that many people in the world that are in college, there's not that many people in the world that are taking classes like this, and yet I got an A in it. Instead of giving yourself even a little bit of credit for it, you entirely ignored it, and you instead just focused on the C. And another good example is if you're walking on the street, you see a stranger, an attractive stranger, and you want to start a conversation with them. So you do, you go up to them like, hey, nice to meet you, I just want to say hi. And maybe they are not in the mood, maybe they are busy, maybe they have like a partner already, and they tell you to like buzz off. Somebody might take this and go, oh man, that was a terrible thing that happened, I should feel really bad about myself, I'm so awkward, I'm so weird. No, there's barely anybody doing that. You should feel happy that you took initiative like that. You should give yourself credit that you started a conversation and went out of your comfort zone. One last example is in a company situation where you're having an argument with a coworker or employee. You start having thoughts in your head that says, I'm not good at social interactions, why am I so difficult to work with, is this my fault? Maybe it is your fault, maybe you do have a part to play, and that should be acknowledged, but the majority of the time we put much too much emphasis on the mistakes that we make and not nearly enough on our successes. You ignore the fact that you probably have a great working relationship with the rest of the staff. So all of these examples, the college kid, the person on the street, the person at work, they're all kind of tied together, okay? They are all having the same pattern of someone who is looking at their reality and looking at their self-image in a negative way, entirely ignoring the positives, okay? So I want to leave you with a very, very useful concept to work with. When you are feeling bad about yourself in this way, when you are feeling like you're making much too many mistakes, take a moment to write down 10 things that you did good that day, okay? If you are thinking that this is a hard thing to do right now, you are the person that has the most benefit. Write 10 things that you did well that day, things that you succeeded in, that you should feel proud about. And you'll see that by the end of the list, you won't think that you suck that bad. Yeah, just watch your negative thoughts and be amazed by the results.
Stop, take it slowly, darling. This time I'm feeling a change.